We're talking about the man who is headlining the Fight Night card on April 15th in beautiful Kansas City, the one and only, the almighty Arnold Allen. Hello, Arnold. How are you?
Good, mate. Yourself?
We've just had a very feisty, fired up first hour of the show. We're talking all about all this stuff. So I'm sure that your intensity is going to just take us up a notch here.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Were you watching live on Saturday?
No, no.
Come on. You can't be bothered?
No.
What's the play for you? You wake up, no spoilers, and you watch it? What do you do?
Yeah, usually I'll wake up and I just watch it and I take the spoilers,
Oh.
but I try to avoid them this time. So yeah,
So
it's hard though.
do you go straight to the main, or do you build up, like, do you watch it as though it's live?
No, definitely. I was in a rush, so I just watched the main event.
And you had no idea who won?
No idea. No.
Okay, so there's no fast forwarding. You're locked in.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, for me, I have a hard time watching taped sports because I just want to know the result. I find that I often fast forward a lot. Are you that kind of guy?
Really?
Yeah.
No, no. If I don't know, then I don't mind. You know?
Okay. And
Yeah.
so I saw your tweet. How'd you score it?
Yeah. I scored it for Volk. Rounds 2, 3, and 5.
Mm.
But yeah, I've been getting a lot of abuse.
They came after you? They came after you, the Islam fans?
Yeah,
They're crazy.
yeah.
What
I
are they
like
saying?
Islam. I'm a fan of Islam. I like the way he fights. He's fun to watch. I don't know.
It's a weird thing, right? Like they take it as a personal insult. Like, we're just trying to watch the
Yeah.
fight, right? It's not like it's not a popularity contest.
I'm getting called a racist and all sorts. So
What?
it was just a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a
Yeah.
racist bone in your body.
No, I don't. But yeah. I mean, I picked wrong, I guess.
Now, you thought 2-3 and 2-3 and 5.
Yeah.
2, I guess, is the I actually thought there's a chance 4 could have gone to him because of all the activity, all the damage, all the strikes that were being landed when he was on the ground.
Well, from the back control.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's because the new criteria was
damage.
new judging criteria. That is damage, right, and not submissions and submission attempts or takedowns and control. So yeah, I kind of thought the same, but then I can see why they didn't give him the round with the back control, but it doesn't make sense with the criteria.
Sure. Can I also just say, I think it's weird that we put so much emphasis on damage in a sport that has grappling and things like that, which don't necessarily inflict damage. Like, you can't just dismiss all of that stuff, right? I still think that the scoring criteria is a little bit wonky.
It's confusing, isn't it? Like a good choke, a good rear naked choke attempt is as good as a near like knockout, isn't it? So I don't know.
And you say that you're getting some hate. What about Dan Hooker today coming up and lighting Twitter on fire? Can I ask, as a fighter, I'm not going to put you in a spot and ask you, obviously you have no idea about any of this, but do you feel as though IVs should be allowed?
I'm the wrong. I've never actually used them. So when I was growing up, I was still fighting at featherweight. So when I was little, I was fighting at featherweight, and yeah, so I've never used them. And then they were banned in the UFC. But I mean, I have heard people saying they feel better when they've used them. I have heard about people using them for masking and whatnot, and I don't know if that's the case, but I think rehydration is the main thing, isn't it? But yeah, if there's potential to cover something up by taking an IV, then yeah, of course, I think it should be banned.
Did you think Volk was going to win going into the fight?
No, I didn't, and I thought he would look good. I always said he'd look good. I didn't think he would get outclassed, and I thought he'd make a good showing of himself. But yeah, like I definitely thought he won.
Yeah. Would it be fair to say your respect for him grew after that performance, victory or not, just hanging in and looking the way in which he did?
Yeah, like he's inspirational. Like everything he does is like, it's what you want to see from your champion, and it's motivational when you see someone go out. The things he says after about not being afraid to fail and going out there and taking the opportunities, and yeah, you can't not respect that guy.
Yeah, I agree. What a legend. What a mensch, right? I mean, the guy is just the absolute best.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so you watch that fight. You see. By the way, can I ask? I don't even know if you have this, but you're a YouTuber these days. You weigh in on all this stuff. Do you have a pound for pound list? And if so, who do you have as number one?
No, I don't have I don't have a pound for
Come on.
pound.
Who?
It's hard, isn't it? Because like if the smaller guy, like say the heavyweight pound for or the number one pound for pound is a heavyweight, and then I don't know, pound for pound number two is like a lightweight. How is he ever going to get the pound for one pound in that
Sure.
kind of So I don't think this should change the list. I don't know. It doesn't make sense,
Well, I guess
right?
the whole idea is like in a fictitious world where they are all the same size but have the
Mm,
same skill set, who would win
yeah,
out? So, like, oh, was Mighty Mouse better than Stipe? Yeah, but I mean, it's a whole different ball game up there as it is down. I don't know. That's how.
yeah.
So, if everyone was the same, if everyone was one weight, 165, whose skill set would win out?
No. But my point was Volkanovski fighting at lightweight
Hmm.
and then losing to the pound for pound number two. Should he lose his pound for pound number one
Sure,
spot? I don't know. Right?
it's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think they should run it back right away? And I ask you this knowing full well that you are, a big part of these 45, um, 45 plans, right? Like you're
Yeah.
so close. So do you think they should run it back?
Yeah, I think so. Like it was so close. I don't think it was a robbery. I just felt like Volkanovski won, and me for one, like he impressed a lot of people and proved a lot of people wrong. I'm sure because I think a lot of people thought it was going to go out and get outclassed, outsized, and easily beaten. So yeah, I'd like to see a rematch, and I think that should be next up.
So you don't mind maybe that would like, stall your plans, right? If he's now going into another fight at 155, that could delay
Yeah.
what you're hoping to accomplish.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm patient.
Okay. Yeah, clearly you have been patient.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about your situation because I think a lot of people were hoping that you would be on the London card on March 18th, and the word
Yeah.
is you were actually offered a spot on the London card. What happened?
I just had a little injury that, a few weeks setback and wasn't the right time. But yeah, then got offered a month later and kind of that worked out perfect.
Were you gutted to not be on the London card, or do you not really care?
Uh yeah, I am. Like it would be nice to be part of that sort of, home crowd, like that pay-per-view at home with a big event. But at the same time it is also nice to headline my own event and maybe hopefully bring it back and headline my own event in London's like, in the near future.
Sure. What was your reaction when you were offered Max Holloway, arguably one of the most decorated featherweight champions of all time?
Hmm. It was the matchup I was hoping for when they announced the interim fight. So I was kind of not surprised. I was expecting it, but then it's like the UFC don't always do what you expect. So sometimes they come out of left field with something, and I'm just like, hang on a minute, what's going on there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, in a way, I was sort of relieved because that was the next best option out there. That wasn't an interim title shot, and for me, I think this is bigger than that opportunity, right?
You think that
I guess.
fighting Max, not for a belt, is bigger than fighting for the interim belt?
Yeah, for sure. And all respect to Yair, but Max beat him the last time out. So
Sure.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I was bringing up when this fight was announced. How could they then stop you from fighting for the? If you beat Max Holloway, what's the most impressive of the four options, right? Of beating
mm,
Josh Emmett, of beating Yair, beating you, beating Max. Which is the most impressive? Beating Max, I would say, is the
yeah,
most impressive. But yet,
yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
like also giving the fights he's had with Volkanovski. I can't remember which one. I think it was the second one. I scored the second one. I think for Max Holloway,
Right.
and how impressive Alex has been looking. That makes Max look even better. How competitive he's been. Obviously, the last fight wasn't very competitive, but you know the others they've been very close decisions. And Volkanovski's gone up a weight against someone that no one really wants to fight and looked amazing. I thought he won as well. So
Hmm. Were you worried that not being able to fight on March 18th would make you lose out on this opportunity, or did they tell you, "No worries, we're going to just
yeah,
retain it"?
no, I was definitely worried. It's it's you can't say no to good opportunities too many times and get them again, right? So
Right.
I'm very you could say I'm blessed to get the opportunity again.
Wow, that is good stuff right
Yeah.
there. Uh, by the way, why Kansas City? Any idea?
No, I don't know. I thought it was going to be somewhere else, and I woke up to an announcement in Kansas. I was like, right.
Have you ever been to Kansas City?
No, no, I haven't. I don't know nothing really about Kansas either. I know they've got it's something about jazz music or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
That's all I know.
I don't think there's jazz
Uh,
music.
that's what someone said, and
Really?
something about the football team.
Barbecue. They're big on barbecue.
Yeah, I've been off the pork though. I've
Oh,
been off the pork for a while, and
why is that?
since that guy died,
Okay. Why is that?
my girlfriend said he looked like a little pig, and then and then and then I went off roading and in my Land Rover and went through the pig farm, and they were running towards us. Their ears are flapping, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll leave the pigs."
Yeah. You felt bad?
Yeah, yeah. No, I did.
Also, not the healthiest, right?
No, there's nothing. So where I live is like it's quite in the countryside. So there's a lot of like pig farms around, so you can just sort of drive past and you see the
Okay.
pigs.
Wow.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm not a big pig eater myself because of my religion. The Jews, we don't
Yeah,
eat
of
the
course,
pig, so
of course.
I sort of draw the line at that.
Yeah, they're cute. The pet.
I'm not sure about that. Why? Do you have a pig, or have you ever pet one before?
I have a pet one. Yeah,
Really?
there's a farm in my village actually. They used to have this massive pig, and it would just lay there. There's
Really?
this big old fat pig. You could go in and pet it. Yeah, yeah, it was huge. It weren't like they weren't cooking it or nothing. They weren't going to kill
Good.
it.
I'm happy.
It
Yeah.
was just there to hang out.
Another thing about Kansas City, they just won the Super Bowl yesterday. I don't know if you heard that
Yeah.
news.
No, I did know that. Yeah, I knew
Okay.
that. But I was getting confused. Is there like Kansas City in Missouri, and then there's like Kansas, Kansas?
Yeah, yeah. There's a
Oh,
Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri. I think yours is in Missouri. No,
I think so.
that's where
I think so.
the football
Yeah,
team plays. That's the one that has the bigger
right.
stadium, the bigger arena.
That's weird because that's my team.
The Chiefs are your team.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. It's Chiefs and then Ipswich.
yeah, yeah. I've been a Chiefs fan since
Wow. I didn't know this
just
about
about
you.
now.
So
Just
maybe
about, just about now.
maybe that's why they booked you on this. Oh, you should have said since
Yeah,
1994, since Joe Montana played for them.
I know Joe Montana.
He played for them.
I don't know Joe
Oh, you
Montana.
don't. All right. Wow. That is
Yeah,
unbelievable. Well, it doesn't really matter where the fight is happening as long as it's happening, in relative short order. Now, what did you think about Yair's performance on Saturday?
yeah. It was that was everything I expected to be honest.
Oh,
Just like style wise, I think that was it was tailor made for him. He's got the long range tools. He has the tools up close. I didn't expect him to submit him, but you know, Josh Emmett's good. Like he's a good wrestler, obviously, but he's not very submission savvy.
I thought
So
that
yeah,
that was the
I
best
figured.
version of Yair that we've ever seen.
Yeah, he looked sharp. Looked sharp.
The striking is very interesting, right? Like he's switching stances, he's coming from all over the place. He's fast, he's dynamic, he's long, he's rangy. Do you think that he has a chance? Like let's say, I know this is maybe not something you want to hear, but let's say he fights Volk. Do you think he has a chance to
Yeah.
beat him?
Uh, he definitely has a chance, but I don't. I wouldn't favor him in that fight. Um, Volkanovski's he's a great tactician. Someone like yeah, yeah, like the way Max fought him, he kind of just smothered him, like outworked him. I think Volkanovski can do that better, And
Wow.
he's very submission savvy. He's not gonna if he takes you down, he's not gonna fall into something. I mean, he has in the past, but he's improved those things.
So how do you feel about the scenario? Because you said you'd be okay with Volk getting an immediate rematch. All goes well for you on April 15th, and you fight Yair for the interim belt, and then the
Mm.
winner of that. Do you feel like that would be the most fair thing? Is that what you're hoping for, or are you hoping to get Volk next?
Yeah, I mean, after if a win here, a title shot is the one, right? But yeah, I don't know. If he, I still feel like if Volkanovski has a rematch and wins it, I feel like he stays at lightweight. You know,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
And
I don't
Yair
know.
becomes the official champ?
Yeah, I just assume that would be like a unification thing. But I mean, that's all. That's all hearsay,
Sure,
right?
sure. Would you be
Yeah.
disappointed if you don't get to fight Volk?
Um. Not disappointed. If he's not at the weight class, there's nothing you can do, right?
Sure, sure. But maybe there's a part of you that's
Yeah.
like, man, I want to test myself against that guy. Or maybe you'd be happy.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you never know. Go up a weight and meet him there.
Okay. All right. Wow. So you thought that if he would have won on Saturday, he wasn't coming back down?
Yeah, I don't think so. He's
Wow.
not. He's not old, but right, he's what? He's a few years old. He's like 5 years older than me, so I think he's 34.
Hmm.
Um, you don't want to start jumping up and down weights at the end, that end sort of era of your career, right? Not saying he's at the end, but like he's not at the start, right? So
Right.
yeah.
Do you
Mm.
think that the UFC, I was talking about this earlier, do you think that the UFC needs to know from you? And I'm not trying to put pressure on your shoulders here, but like, hey, can we count on Arnold to fight 2, 3 times a year before we put him in a title fight, before we give him the belt and we give him that baton? Do you think that that's the thing? Is that something that's been brought up to you?
Yeah, yeah. It's not been brought up to me, but I'm sure that's a thing, right? You don't want a champ, but he's always MIA because he's injured or something on holiday. I'm
Right.
never on holiday.
No,
You
you're
know what I
not.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for sure, definitely.
Do you feel that pressure? Like, I need to fight a couple of times this year to show them that I could be that guy. I could be that guy they can count on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want that. I've always wanted that, and I've said before in other interviews, it's not always my fault
Sure,
that
sure.
fights fall through. Actually, more often than not, I've had people pull out and events not happen or whatever, silly things. But yeah, it's usually not my fault.
Fair
You
enough.
know.
You're telling me to back off here. This is getting to be a bit
Yeah, back
much.
off,
All
bitch.
right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you feeling okay now? Are you able to train like
Yeah,
100%?
no, yeah, yeah, 100%. It was, yeah, it would have been too short to go for the camp for the last one, but a month later down the line, it
Yeah.
works out perfect, and it's perfect because I think I would have probably been overtraining, I would
Oh.
have probably been burnt out, and yeah, yeah. So I think it's worked out for the best, you know.
Now, some exciting news. I see you modeling it. We've got the new shirts out, the Almighty
Oh yeah,
shirts. Bit of a
perfectly ironed.
yeah, a bit of a Hulkamania feel to it. Is it? Were you going
Like
for
that.
that? Yeah, look
The
at that.
pythons.
I mean, really nice. Who designed that?
It's my partner,
Oh, wow.
business, my business partner,
That's right. I love it. In fact,
YouTube Chief.
I have seen some and we're showing it right now. I don't know if you can see this. Almightymerch.shop is where you can get them. We're showing the
Yeah,
white and the black. Very nice. I like them a lot. You've got the one
appreciate
with
that.
the Union Jack, and I've actually seen some celebrities wear the T-shirt as well, which is
Yeah,
super impressive. I think we have some of these. We saw Max Holloway here. You put this out. Can we get
yeah,
Arnold to see the screen if possible? Max Holloway sporting the shirt. He's got his own line of merch, and
yeah,
he was rocking it as well.
yeah. No, what a guy! What a guy!
What a guy. Looks good on him, the black.
It does.
We
It
also
does.
saw Rishi Sunak representing. I don't know who Rishi Sunak is. Is he a politician? Because you said he might be sending your missus out of
He's the
town. What's
prime
going on?
minister.
He's the prime. Rishi Sunak is the prime minister.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Uh,
been they've been passing it along in the UK. You know,
are
it
you?
keeps changing.
I have just. I claim to be like the prodigal son of the UK, and I didn't know that Rishi Sunak was the. When did this happen? I know it was the woman. She stepped down
Yeah, it's not like a long time, a few months,
October
but it's
2022. Golly.
I think I don't think many people know. Yeah, they're kind of keeping it low key. They're not making too much noise about it.
Can I tell you something, Arnold? I've never been more embarrassed than this moment right here and now. How did I just expose myself to be a complete GC?
Phony.
How did you know? Did you know that this was the prime minister of the UK?
Yeah, of course, man.
Golly, no one tells me.
Of course he did.
I thought that was just common knowledge, dude.
Frank, you knew this?
I knew this.
Morpheus from Matrix was sporting it as well.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
Big fan. He's rocking it. And even Sam Smith.
Sam Smith loved it.
Yeah.
He didn't wear it to the Brits. He had a different outfit for that, but yeah,
Okay.
he was a big fan.
What's the Brits?
It's it's an award show. I don't
Okay.
watch it.
Okay.
I don't know.
So how do you know he
They
didn't
give
wear it?
awards to people.
How did you know
What was
he
that?
didn't? How did you know he didn't wear it if you didn't watch it?
Someone sent me a picture of his
Okay.
outfit, and it wasn't that.
All right, fair enough.
Mm.
Also, we like to go through your tweets as well because I think that I campaigned for you. I don't know if you saw this. I campaigned for you to be the social media user of the year of last
Oh,
year
really?
because we give
I
out an
didn't.
award. New York Rick gave it. I don't know. I thought it was a little bit. You gave it to Paulo Costa, right? New York Rick.
Paulo Costa.
Paulo Costa. I
Yeah.
like your brand of humor
pretty
better
funny.
than Paulo Costa. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
this is a little too.
I
on
like
the
Paulo
nose.
Costa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He makes me laugh. He's funny.
I thought yours were better. You had one where you said, "I'm on the train with no ticket. This brings back so many memories, except I'm not hiding in the toilet."
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that was true.
well, first of all, why are you on the train with no ticket? Like you snuck on?
No, there was just so they have some of the train stations have a system you have to get the ticket before you get on the train. But there was loads of people there, so I didn't want to miss the train, so I just got on the train. And I was just like, well, now I'm on the train with no ticket, so whatever.
And what happens if you get caught when they say like tickets out? What happens?
Oh, they probably just make you buy a ticket.
Okay, on your phone or something.
I don't know. Yeah, they used to fine you. Yeah, but that's why I used to hide in the toilet because I didn't have a ticket usually.
So you would wait there. How long would you have to hide for?
Well, some like depends where the stop is. It like next stop, you'll get off.
Could you hear the announcement when you're in the toilet?
Yeah. Some of
Okay.
them have the thing on it, like it'll
Oh,
say what
that's
stop.
right. Wow, you would have to
Mm.
wait in there? That's gross.
Yeah. I had no money sometimes.
How long ago was this?
Probably about 10 years ago.
Oh,
Before I was in
wow.
the UFC.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, nothing crazy. I
Mm.
say it's gross. I mean, you used to take a shower in the truck stop, so
Not long ago.
yeah, not that long ago. So not that, far off.
Mm.
But you don't have to do that these days, right? Like this time you didn't hide in the
Uh,
toilet. You just like were like, come at me. I'm a UFC.
yeah, I just feel I had the money. I just didn't have the ticket. So before I didn't have the ticket nor the money. And another one is actually I used to try and get if I didn't have enough money, I would try and get a child's ticket because I look quite young. But they'd always like they call me out on it and be like, "You're 18 or you're like 19." I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm 15.
Oh my God.
Big for my age or something."
No facial hair back then.
No, not till about last year.
Oh wow. Really? Last year? That is amazing.
Yeah.
And for this camp, where are we training? Are we training with Leon and the boys? We training in England, or are we going to go to Montreal?
I'm gonna be back here. Same as last few. Like the kind of the perfect sort of style partners up there, and
Yeah.
yeah, been good. And yeah, probably might make a road trip after this fight, and drive back into Montreal or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Road trip from
yeah,
England to Montreal?
no, after the fight,
Okay.
Kansas.
Oh, oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
That's going to
yeah,
be a bit of a trek, Missouri
yeah.
to
It's quite
Quebec,
fun.
but that'll be
I
fun.
like driving. I
Yeah.
like driving. So, yeah, it'd be good.
Like one of these bad boys?
No.
A camper
Everything's
van?
always breaking down.
It's my dream to own one of these. This is what I want.
Really?
Yes, I really want one badly.
Yeah. A friend of mine, he refurbed one. It looks really cool. He hires it out for weddings and stuff now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it looks
Whereabouts?
really cool. In
Ipswich?
England.
Oh.
No, he's in near Colchester somewhere. He was
Okay.
one of the boxers. He's a good boxer.
How's Ipswich FC doing?
All right, third in the league. I think still third. They drew on against Sheffield Wednesday. They're top of the table, so we were 2 down. We drew 2-2. Okay.
Okay. Are you guys?
Actually, I tried to watch the game.
Yeah.
I had to listen. But the EFL stream thing wasn't working, so I ended up listening to it.
Are you guys in the championship?
No, League One.
League One.
EFL League One. It's one below the championship.
Okay. Not bad. I mean, we were once, I think, in the League One. Maybe not.
Who's we?
Nottingham.
Oh, okay.
Are you trying to
just make it feel.
Are you trying to call me out? I mean, what was that all about?
No. I was just wondering who
I
was
mean,
supporting
it's
this.
like, right. Who are what? What was that? Who are we supporting? What?
Wondering who you're supporting this week.
Oh, Arnold. That was not very kind of you. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
No, I am through and through. I have seen the light. In fact, I'm interviewing Brennan Johnson tomorrow. Do you know Brennan Johnson?
He plays for Nottingham.
Yeah. He's great.
I don't know. Well,
Oh, okay.
I've been on a separate thing. I've been watching. I saw you tweet about it, the Wrexham thing.
Oh yeah.
Is it Welcome to Wrexham? I think.
Yeah, Welcome to Wrexham. Yeah.
Yeah, there's. It's good. It's interesting.
It's really
nice
good
to see like the grassroots sort of the behind the scenes of all that and what it is. But it's cool.
Does it remind you of home? Is that what your town is like?
Not really. No, a little. Well, I suppose a little bit. Yeah. And a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, not really. It's kind of like it's in a weird place because it's like in Wales, but it's not Wales.
Right.
They're in the English league, but it's kind of like half the pitches in Wales. I think.
Is that true?
Yeah. There was something weird during the pandemic because Wales had different rules to England,
Huh.
and because half the pitch was in Wales, they couldn't have fans or something like that. I don't know.
Wow. Imagine if they
But
could
the rest
only
of England had it.
so they could only have fans half the stadium?
Well, I mean, that should have been there. I think they had none, but yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, half a stadium.
I feel like I might have made some of that up, but I don't know.
Okay. What
I hope not.
my guy GC watched every episode. Did he make that up?
Okay.
I
I
didn't
don't know
hear
if they
it.
spoke about
Wow,
it yet because
thanks.
I've been watching it.
He said he didn't hear.
Interview.
I mean,
yeah.
wow. Okay.
Couple things to do back here.
Wow. All right. I thought you were locked in on what we were talking about. I guess we lost him.
He's just on his phone scrolling.
Yeah, he's Snapchatting, Instagramming. Here's the big question going into April 15th, and then we'll let you go, Arnold. Thank you as always for the time. Is this, you're probably going to, I know what you're going to tell me. I'm preparing for the best version of Max Holloway, but we all know at some point, Father Time catches up. He's been around for a very long time. He's taken a lot of damage, taken a lot of strikes, right? He's handed them out, but he's also, been hit too. Do you feel like the performance this past July was an indication that his career is rounding third, as we like to say here in America? It's headed home, or do you feel like that was just him against Alex Volkanovski, and it's a different ballgame when you're fighting Alex Volkanovski? How do you assess that and where he's at right now?
Yeah. I mean, like he's only human, right? The damage has got to catch up to. He has been in, he's not much older than me, but he has been in a lot of like crazy fights for a long time against top tier athletes, and he's given a lot of damage, but he always takes as much as he gives as well. But it's hard to say, really. It's hard to say because he's there to be hit. He takes a lot of damage, but Volkanovski's Volkanovski, so he's looked better every time he fights. He steps up a level and looks better every time he fights. So yeah, like you say, what you expected from me is probably what I'm going to say.
Right.
I'm expecting the best version. I'm preparing for the best.
Yep.
I'm training the best.
Yes.
I'll give you all the stereotypical things.
Are you going to be at the O2 on March 18th?
Yeah, I spoke to someone at UC about being a guest after the Calvin Kattar fight, but I haven't heard anything about that. So yeah, I'd like to. That'd be cool.
Oh, of course. You need to be front row cheering on your guy, Leon, who said you'll be the next champion from the UK. So he's put you over. Every time we speak, he always puts you over. It's very nice of him.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, he's a good lad. As are you, despite the shot about Nottingham. It cut a little deep, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
How are Nottingham doing, actually?
What's that?
How are they doing?
Oh, they're doing great. We lost on Saturday against Fulham. Big matchup against Man City, which should go swimmingly on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think we're 14th, so it's not too bad.
That's good.
We're
what was like 28?
Out of 20. 20 something? No, the top 20 move on, right? Isn't that it?
What do you mean? Move on. Move on where?
Meaning next year. Listen, I don't have all the jargon down. I just don't want to get relegated again. You get what I'm saying? I mean, move on to next year and we get to stay up.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
What is it? You should know this. You should know this better than me. What is it? How many?
I thought it was at 28.
28? By the way,
I'm sure it was 28.
14 of 28 would be fantastic, but I don't think that's the case. Let me see. Now it's going to bother me. I mean, you're getting real cheeky on me right now. Let me see the table. They are currently sitting at 14, as I said, out of 20. I was right.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, Ipswich entered the Premier League a while.
No, you guys will never sniff the Premier League. The Prem, as we like to say.
Ipswich's history.
Yeah,
I know we're trying to end this, but gone won that before there was even a Premier League.
I told you they're my League One team.
Okay.
It's just hard. I don't get League One here. We get championships, so that would be on ESPN Plus. So I just need you guys to move up so I can watch those games, and then I'm all in. And trust me, when I'm all in, I'm all in.
Playoff games are more exciting anyway. So.
Sure, yeah, I do like that format. I like the relegation and the promotion thing. That's fun. It's all very fun. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Thank you as always for coming on. I hope that the hatred on Twitter isn't too bad from the Islam fans. But we appreciate you telling it like it is.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on as well.
Good luck April 15th. Say hello to your father. He'll be there?
Yeah, he'll be there.
I saw him giving you the breakdowns via text. Very good stuff. You're lucky to have him by your side.
Wait, I have one more thing before I go. I see you did see my Instagram, but I was around his house the other day, and I went to put something on his YouTube, and the last thing he searched was Max Holloway versus Calvin Klein.
Uh,
I'm like, glad he's doing his research.
Close enough. It'll pop up. Close enough.
Perfect.
Thank you, Arnold. Good luck. Talk to you soon.
See you now.
There he is, Arnold Allen. Go check out the merch, almightymerch.shop.